The wash basin for the Mishkan was made out of brass. That brass was gathered from the mirrors that the women contributed. Rashi explains that initially Moshe Rabbeinu was very resistant. He didn't want to allow the women to contribute their mirrors. Why? Because a mirror is something that a woman will use to beautify herself. Beauty is very dangerous. It's megara the Yetzer Hara. It causes other men to look. Moshe Rabbeinu understood that we're dealing with the Mishkan, a very holy place. We can't use things that excite the Yetzer Hara. We can't use things that cause people to sin. Moshe Rabbeinu refused to allow the mirrors to be accepted. He found it abhorrent. Hashem said no, quite the opposite. Not only should you accept the mirrors, these things are precious to me. Why? Because with these mirrors, the women made themselves beautiful. In the terrible oppression of Mitzrayim, the women beautified themselves so that their husbands would be attracted to them, so that in fact they would be together, and the generations that were born in the final years of the oppression were born because the women took these mirrors, made themselves more attractive to their husbands, so that their husbands should actually come to them. And therefore, says Hashem, not only should you allow these mirrors, these are the most chaviv, these are the most precious to me. This Rashi is very difficult to understand, because Moshe Rabbeinu was the wisest man. Moshe Rabbeinu reached a level of nevuah, and Moshe Rabbeinu understood things that no other mortal man can understand. How could it be that he was so off? How could it be that that which Hashem considers the most precious, Moshe Rabbeinu said, I can't use it, it's disgusting in my eyes? And I believe the answer to this question is that Moshe Rabbeinu understood something very acutely. Hashem created different forces in the human to be used appropriately, to be used properly. Beauty of a woman is something that's integral for the success of a marriage. A husband should be attracted to his wife. A wife should make herself beautiful to her husband, because in a happy, properly functioning marriage, attraction of one to the other is very significant and very important. Moshe Rabbeinu understood this attraction, and Moshe Rabbeinu was afraid of it. What Hashem was saying was normally you're right, but these women were different. They used these mirrors for one reason and one reason only, not to attract other men. They used it to attract their husband, and therefore it's holy, and therefore it's proper. And what Rashi is telling us is that this particular element, the beauty, the attraction of a woman, is something that's very potent and very powerful. But it's something that's either very holy or disastrous. Used appropriately, used properly, it's the holy of holies. A husband and wife coming together in harmony and peace is one of the most beautiful, one of the most holy acts that a human being can engage in. But that same beauty can be abused, and that same beauty can be turned into attracting people who shouldn't be attracted. That same beauty can be used to put the wrong thoughts into people's minds, and that beauty is a very dangerous thing. The debate between Moshe and Hashem was really quite simple. It wasn't that Moshe didn't understand, he understood very well the power. What Hashem was revealing to him was that those women used that power appropriately. They used their beauty for the right reason. They used their beauty as it should be. And I believe that this Rashi is critical to us in our times. In Western world, divorce rates are way above 50%. The idea of a stable home, the idea of marriages succeeding is almost unheard of. And people wonder, why is it? Could it possibly have something to do with promiscuity? Could it possibly have something to do with changing mores and values? What the world out there doesn't understand is the power and the forces that Hashem created for man to be happy. A man and woman should come together in love and harmony and peace, and Hashem created all of the tools necessary. But if you abuse those tools, if you promote promiscuity as if it's the best thing since sliced bread, and then you wonder, why is it that society is falling apart? Why is it the family structure doesn't exist? Don't ask such a question. Ask, how have you lost your sense of balance? Understanding why Hashem created certain forces, understanding how to use them is integral and critical in a successful marriage, in a successfully run society.